Have you ever tried going for a combo on Akali and then just seeing yourself going completely on the other direction and with the enemy surviving the other way? That's something fairly normal because Akali is one of those mobile champions that requires you to be pixel perfect with everything that you're doing. She can be very flashy, but there's some things that you always want to try to keep in mind. And that's exactly what we're going to go over in this video. Now, with Akali, one of the main things that you want to consider when you go for a combo is that when you press your ulti, you are free to use your E in between. And ideally, the way that you want to kind of try to utilize these things together is that you make sure you do the first part of your ulti, and then right after that, you press the E. So I let it go all the way through like this, as you're seeing, and then after I'm done, I press the E at the end, the shuriken lands on the target, and then I can just follow that whenever I want. Now, this is something very useful, because what that will allow me to do is that I'm kinda clicked on the enemy, because my E does a lot of damage. First part here does 287, and then the second one does 669, which is a lot of damage, because what that means is that just not only with the ulti, but with all of my combo, I'll be able to utilize it pretty much all on the enemy and kind of make sure I one-shot them. The W is a very useful ability because it restores mana. So ideally when you try to go for an all-in, you want to try to get the edge of the enemy, like this. You get that, you press W, you go with the combo, and then you try to kind of combine everything together. You can throw another Q if you feel like it, in between of the mist and everything, but for the most part, you want to try to focus on the combo that we just talked about. You can throw the W, because as I told you, you gain a burst of mana. You can either throw it behind you or in front of you, it doesn't really matter. But the idea is that you want to try to combine the ulti with the E, because that's what really makes the difference. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that you can W behind, E on the shroud, Q ulti the enemy, try to one-shot them, and then just press E back on the shroud.